The Destined One finally embodied the majestic form of the great sage, venturing to the peak of Mount Wagwa, where the stone egg lies, crushing all the futile resistance of the celestial forces. Inside the stone egg, the old monkey awaited, guiding them through the river of Wukong's memories, revealing his past and the deep, lingering obsessions tied to the Six Relics. First, let's understand what the Six Senses are and why the game developers use this as a main detail in the game. The 14th chapter of Journey to the West is titled "The Mind Monkey Follows the Right Path. The Six Thieves Disappear Without Trace," which tells the story of the early days when Sun Wukong was just released from Five Element Mountain and assisted Tang Seng on his journey to obtain the scriptures. He killed 6 robbers with peculiar names: Craving Eyes, Fuming Ears, Hubris Nose, Envious Tongue, Grieved Body, and Desired Mind. These 6 robbers symbolize the 6 senses: eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind, which are 6 parts of the human body and serve as the bridges that allow humans to interact with the outside world. These 6 connections simultaneously create 6 desires, representing human cravings for the external world. To embark on the journey of obtaining the scriptures, Sun Wukong had to kill the 6 robbers, symbolizing the need to eliminate the 6 desires and purify the 6 senses to obtain the true scriptures. The 6 mental demons of Wukong, which are all malevolent objects rather than treasures. That's why Wukong warned the Bull Demon King, "Stay clear of the things I transform into after death," as only the Destined One can resolve these 6 mental demons after undergoing a series of challenges. 6 desires remain in his river of memory as lingering obsessions. The first relic is Craving Eyes, representing greed. In the past, when Sun Wukong desired something, he would go to great lengths to seize it. If he saw something valuable, he would never let it go, even taking the pillar of the ocean for himself. This negative trait is very similar to that of the black bear Guai. Upon seeing the precious Kasaya, immediately succumbed to greed and seized it at all costs. This relic is symbolized by the Chongming bird, a mythical creature in Chinese folklore, with a body resembling a rooster and a song like that of a phoenix, featuring 2 pupils in each eye. The second relic is Fuming Ears, representing anger and the tendency to become easily agitated when hearing unpleasant words. Sun Wukong was assigned to oversee the Heavenly Peach Garden. Although it was a minor position, he still enjoyed the benefits of heavenly rewards. However, upon hearing that the Queen Mother of the West was holding a peach banquet without inviting him, he became furious, wreaking havoc at the heavenly feast and causing significant trouble. This negative trait is very similar to that of the Yellow Wind Sage. This demon enjoyed hearing only flattering words and wanted to be hailed as a hero, capturing Tang Seng because the Sahali kingdom was purging Buddhism at the time. He failed to realize that his Samadhi wind had inadvertently taken the lives of many innocent people in the kingdom. In the end, out of anger, he beheaded Bodhisattva Lingji. This relic is symbolized by the Chinese ocarina, an ancient musical instrument shaped like a pear, featuring multiple holes that can produce various melodies. Just like human ears, it can simultaneously receive multiple pieces of information, including praise and criticism. Sometimes it hears the truth, while other times it hears lies. The third relic is Hubris Nose, representing arrogance and self-importance, with the nose held high in the air, looking down on anyone. In the past, in the kingdom of Chechi, Sun Wukong and his 2 companions disguised themselves as the 3 pure ones of Taoism, devouring all the offerings on the altar and even tricking 3 Taoist priests into drinking his urine. This negative trait is very similar to the personality of the Yellowbrow, who is always boastful about his abilities, questioning, "Why should I believe the words of the Buddha when I can become a Buddha myself?" The Yellowbrow is both arrogant and competitive, willing to resort to extreme measures just to achieve his goals. The relic of Hubris Nose is symbolized by the Heluo fish, a mythical fish with 1 head and 10 bodies, each representing a unique talent. While it possesses many skills, it has only 1 head and 1 mind. If not properly controlled, the 10 bodies will swim in different directions, ultimately leading to their own demise. The fourth relic is Envious Tongue, which signifies that once someone has tasted the flavor of love, they will reminisce, and being infatuated can lead to sorrow that is difficult to let go of. The character that corresponds to this is Bajie, In the novel, despite having renounced the mortal world, Bajie often expresses a desire to return and become a son-in-law to the Cao family. Upon seeing Chang'e, he recalls his past ways and flirts with her. In the game, he remains entangled in a romantic fate with Violet Spider. The relic in this chapter is symbolized by a lotus platform with 7 seeds. The lotus platform represents the path of Buddhist practice, while the 7 lotus seeds symbolize the 7 human emotional states: joy, anger, love, hate, grief, happiness, desire. When this relic is obtained, the lotus platform is missing 1 seed, symbolizing the lingering emotion that Bajie cannot release, preventing him from fully walking the path of enlightenment. Similarly, Wukong also harbors romantic feelings for the White-Bone Lady. Although he cold-heartedly killed her disguises 3 times to convince himself that he had moved on, like Bajie's coldness toward Violet Spider, he still cannot fully let go of his feelings. The 5th relic is related to all exceptionally talented individuals, like the 7 Great Sages, a group of demon kings who became sworn brothers with Sun Wukong. We catch a glimpse of them in the cutscene. First is Jiao Mo Wang, a Jiaolong, scaled dragon, demon king, who later styles himself as the Great Sage overturning the sea. His body contains the bloodline of a divine dragon. Though not pure, it is still extremely powerful. His strength and reputation are among the highest in the demon realm. Next, a lion demon king who styles himself as the Great Sage who moves mountains. From his title, it's easy to see his immense power. He can move mountains as easily as blowing a light breath. Maho Wang, a macaque demon, styles himself as the all-knowing Great Sage. He is extremely clever and agile, with sharp ears and keen eyes. He has knowledge of all things under heaven and uses his deep understanding of his opponents as an advantage in battle. Peng Mo Wang, a giant eagle demon king, styles himself as the Great Sage of the chaotic sky. He carries the powerful bloodline of the Phoenix. His speed surpasses even Wukong's famous somersault cloud. Yu Rong Wang, a long-tailed marmoset demon king, styles himself as the Great Sage who drives away gods. He is perhaps the most mysterious and powerful of the group. Even his sworn brothers are unaware of his true origins. Known as the Great Sage who drives away gods, even celestial beings avoid confronting him. Lastly, Niu Mo Wang, the bull demon king, takes the title Great Sage who pacifies heaven. The castle on his back symbolizes the burden of attachment to his territory, his wives, and his brothers. The 5th relic is the Grieved body, representing the inherent worries of one's being. Sun Wukong, the bull demon king, and the other demon kings among the 7 sages are all exceptionally talented individuals, yet why do most of them meet ill fate? This is because they possess innate talent, but do not endure hardship or continuous training. They desire both comfort and fame, seek pleasure in the mortal world, and also aspire to become deities and Buddhas, resulting in their bodies being constantly burdened with worries. The imagery of this relic is a 2-headed pig with 2 bodies, whose tails are fused together. According to the classic of mountains and seas, there is a creature in the eastern overseas region called Bingfeng, resembling a black pig with heads at both the front and back. The image of the 2 pig bodies tightly joined together depicts a predicament of being caught between 2 desires, wanting this and wanting that. Yet life is not so easy, ultimately leading one to be trapped in the very desires they seek. The final relic is the desired mind in the original novel, but in the game it is called Free Mind, representing Sun Wukong's ultimate desire to completely free himself from the control of the Celestial Court and the Buddhist realm. The 6th relic, Desired Mind, is symbolized by the headband, serving as a metaphor that a person's will, consciousness, and memory are bound to that individual. It drives their actions, shapes their purposes, and defines how they interact with the world. The mind is at the forefront of the 6 senses. It is the unique essence of each being, and it vanishes upon death. Even if someone is resurrected, they would merely be a mindless shell without their past memories. This concept is mentioned several times in the game, such as when the Father of Stone seeks Princess Ironfan to revive his deceased friend. The princess refuses, explaining that even if she were resurrected, she would only be a mindless shell without her former memories. Sun Wukong is truly gone, but because he erased his name from the Book of Death, He cannot die by normal means or be reincarnated. His former broken shell in the stone egg is now a mindless vessel without memory. Only his 5 senses and powers remain, represented by 5 relics, waiting for the destined one to inherit them and decide whether to follow the free path of the great sage, equal to heaven, or the devout path of the victorious fighting Buddha. In the game, Sun Wukong is gone, and the things in this place, his lingering obsessions, are preventing him from achieving salvation. His greed for his belongings, his anger, arrogance, romantic feelings, and regrets about his brothers all bind him. Most importantly, there is the feeling of being controlled and surveilled by the very Buddhist forces of which he is a part. This is represented by the 4 giant statues guarding his former shell. These statues, Arhats and Dharmapalas, the wrathful gods and protectors of the Buddhist realm, are the same figures who once helped Wukong subdue the Bull Demon King. Now, they watch over Wukong as though he were just another Yaoguai who must be kept in check. In this place, Sun Wukong is depicted as full of flaws and imperfections, still consumed by mortal desires and lingering obsessions. Meanwhile, the Destined One learns from Wukong's past mistakes and imperfections without personally experiencing those 6 desires. Thus, the Destined One harbors none of Wukong's lingering obsessions. It is akin to understanding others' mistakes beforehand without needing to experience them, making the Destined One wiser, more enlightened, and more free-minded than Sun Wukong himself. The fight with Wukong's broken shell symbolizes a battle with his own imperfections, flaws, and incomplete self. This concept mirrors a similar event in the original novel, where the 6-eared macaque disguises himself as Sun Wukong, possessing identical appearance and skills. The 6-eared macaque represents the darker, more selfish side of Wukong, his greed and hunger for power. After Wukong defeats the 6-eared macaque, he becomes more serene, calm, and adopts peaceful actions, symbolizing his triumph over his darker side and readiness to attain Buddhahood. This idea resonates with the ending of the game. When the Destined One defeats the sage's broken shell, it represents overcoming the flaws and incomplete version of Sun Wukong. As a result, the Destined One inherits only Wukong's virtuous qualities, becoming a truly enlightened successor.